My beloved, do you think it's an accident that you're hearing my voice right now? No. Heaven planned this moment long before you took your first breath. Here on Holy Voices, we share the whispers of eternity, the messages that change hearts and awaken destinies. If your soul is ready, stay with me, because what you're about to hear might be the very word your spirit has been waiting for. I want you to stop for a second before we continue. Examine yourself. Experience this moment's energy. Enter 777-333-99-666 or 444 in the comment section right now if you already feel that this message is for you. As a statement that you understand divine timing when it knocks, not as superstition. I read each and every one of those comments, and every time I do, I am reminded that another soul has been called to their purpose. Your being here is sufficient evidence of your identity. There are other things you could be doing with your time. Nevertheless, you've managed to find my voice at this precise moment. The divine operates in this manner. No pointless scrolling, no haphazard clicks. This is where you were led. To deliver the message, I'm here. However, it is up to you to take action. This will not be an informal discussion. I will not skirt the truth or conceal it beneath lyrical riddles. As an elder on this spiritual road, I address you. As someone who has experienced both visible and invisible wars. As someone who has carried the Creator's instructions with unflinching stride and trembling hands. It will take bravery, self-control, and most importantly, obedience to the calling that has been placed upon your life to do what I have to tell you. Dreams of divine meetings are common. They discuss angels as if they were fairy tales. Though distant from reality, it is lovely to imagine. However, I am here to assure you that this is not a work of fiction. It's not someday. Now is the time. Meeting an angel is your next task. And because it is etched in your spiritual path, not by pursuit or wishful thinking. The time is coming, whether you're prepared or not. Perhaps you're wondering why me. The solution is straightforward. Because long before you knew it, you were ready for this. Your struggles served as practice. You were refining your losses. Your triumphs, your sorrows, your lonely evenings. They all fashioned you into a vessel that would not shatter in the presence of an almighty messenger. No one will be assigned to this mission. You are one of the selected who have been entrusted with it. I'll explain exactly what this means for you, what you need to know, and how you need to get ready in the moments that follow. I won't keep anything from you. It is my duty to infuse your spirit with truth, to rekindle any burning fire, and to remind you that your journey is more than the life you portray in the mirror. You will enter a heavenly appointment that will permanently alter you if you embrace this message and carry it with urgency and confidence. But you have to make a commitment to listen first. Paying attention. Reduce the commotion around you. Turn out all outside distractions and focus entirely on this time. The weak-willed do not see angels. Distracted people are not trusted with missions. Stay with me through the end of this message if you genuinely think you are one of the selected. It might be the most significant discussion of your life. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. To ensure that you never miss a heavenly message intended for you, ring the bell. You can also share this with another selected person who may be currently on their own journey. Selected one as well. You weren't supposed to go into these fights unprepared. I've written a strong manual to help you discover who you really are, resist the devil's strategies, and confidently pursue your divine calling. It contains timeless principles, useful spiritual techniques, and the resources you need to safeguard your soul. The description contains the URL. Get your book right away and start living the life you were meant to lead. Music. Applause. Here, we are creating a community of spiritual warriors rather than merely listeners. Those who recognize that the earth and heaven are closer than ever before and that the veil is thin in our time. This is a reminder for you. This is your call. And I'm telling you, it's time, regardless of whether you've known about it for years or have only noticed the first signs today. You're embarking on a journey that will transform not just your life but also the lives of people you're assigned to impact. The meeting is about to happen. The message will arrive soon. The angel will arrive. Let's take a closer look because you need to know who you really are and why you were selected before you can meet the message. The selected one's identity. It's possible that you've heard the term chosen one used casually in discussions, films, or even in casual spiritual discourse. Let me be honest with you, though. You don't claim to be a chosen one for yourself. The highest has given you this calling. It is not acquired via aspiration or gaining favor. Divine appointment bestows it. Furthermore, the Creator selects you based on your capacity to prepare your spirit for the work that lies ahead, not on your perfection. Those who are chosen travel a path that few can see and even fewer can tread. It's likely that you've felt like you don't belong all your life. You were exhausted by crowds. Small chat seems pointless. Additionally, it frequently felt empty to hold the world's ideals in your hands. Something in your soul was restless, constantly looking for and listening for something more, while others appeared comfortable with trivial hobbies. That is among the initial indicators of selection. The incapacity to accept what is considered normal. There are expenses associated with this calling when your spirit is wired for the remarkable. You might have had unfair challenges, losses that appeared excessive for your age, and betrayals that were more painful than necessary from an early age. You have been misinterpreted, envied, and even unjustly insulted by others. And you may have asked yourself, why does my life seem more difficult? In actuality, though, each of those experiences was molding, honing, and removing the aspects of you that were unable to bear the burden of your fate. A refining fire is the chosen life. What is weak gets burned away, leaving only what is powerful. Being selected also entails having sensitivity that most people find incomprehensible. You are able to detect atmospheres. You experience other people's feelings. You are aware of danger before it materializes. And even when no one else can see the truth, you can still identify it. Being sensitive is not a sign of weakness. It's among your best tools. Your inner senses have been honed by the divine to function outside of the physical realm. You're not supposed to be blind. The visible world is shaped by invisible currents that you are supposed to sense. However, there is an indisputable sense of loneliness that accompanies all these characteristics. Because few can keep up with their route, the chosen frequently travel alone, not because they are unworthy of companionship. Even those closest to you have probably misinterpreted you. But here's the reality you need to cling to. You're never really alone. You have been guided at every turn. Every tear has been captured on camera. All the prayers have been answered. The person who selected you is now going to send you a messenger to confirm and prepare you for your next task. It's critical to understand that being selected does not equate to a life of perpetual splendor. It is a life of obedience, service, and frequently small, invisible triumphs. Heaven celebrates you, even if the world doesn't. And you will know that every struggle and every night of spiritual wrestling was worthwhile the instant you meet the angel who was given to you. Your faith is not rewarded by this meeting. It is an activation of its subsequent step. Being a chosen one is more than just what you've been through. It has to do with your readiness. Resilience, spiritual discernment, a desire for truth, and the humility to accept guidance from above have all been bestowed upon you. These are the characteristics of someone who is prepared to be trusted with more responsibility. You were put to the test to demonstrate your faith to the person who called you, not to prove anything to other people. Keep in mind that a selected person is always recognized by the enemy before the rest of the world. This explains why you have been singled out and why you have encountered spiritual opposition. The enemy wants to prevent you from being who you were destined to be, not to destroy what you already have. However, each attack you've withstood has simply served to validate who you are. The same forces that attempted to shatter you will soon see you ascend into a mission beyond their reach. Your title is more than just your name, Chosen One. It's a mantle. Wear it with the humility and authority that it demands. You have never encountered an assignment like the one ahead. However, you won't have to confront it alone. Whoever sent the message is already en route. You have to comprehend the task at hand before they come. We'll find out about that next. Your next mission's deeper purpose and why it's more important than ever. Recognizing your next task. As the Chosen One, you are on the precipice of a transformation that will alter your perspective on life, your purpose, and even your connection to God. This is not just another hardship or growing season. It's not another cycle in your trip. At this point, your mission transitions from planning to carrying it out. Furthermore, the task you are about to be given is completely different from anything you have ever encountered. Meeting an angel is your next task. When I use the word mission, I don't mean a whimsy you can try whenever it suits you. A mission, in the language of heaven, is an order, a direct directive from the Almighty's throne. It is precisely planned, time-bound, and purpose-driven. Every mission has a timeless burden, and each mission needs the appropriate vessel to bear it. It is being offered to you for that reason. Heaven doesn't squander such an encounter on the unwilling or deliver it to the unprepared. Your life has been subtly molded for this particular moment for years. You might have believed that you were only going through difficult times, dealing with loss, or developing through obstacles. But you were training all along. At the time, you were unaware of the ways in which you were being reinforced. All of your tears, silent prayers, and seemingly insurmountable struggles shaped you into the kind of person who could be trusted with the future. This encounter with an angel will not happen by chance. It won't occur because you're pursuing mystical experiences, nor is it the product of wishful thinking. In the kingdom, these kinds of moments are predetermined and scheduled before you were even born. The precise moment is determined by the intersection of your readiness with the divine plan that is taking place in the universe, not only by your level of readiness. This isn't just about you, which is why I'm telling you now. This quest is one thread in a much bigger tapestry that encompasses people you may never meet as well as your own life. Let's face it, not every experience with angels is the same. Angels have appeared in Scripture and throughout history for a variety of reasons. Some arrived with hopeful news, such as when Gabriel informed Mary of Jesus' birth. Others arrived to provide protection, such as when angels closed the lions' mouths to Daniel. Some, like the angel who instructed Joseph to take Mary and the child and escape to Egypt, came to issue warnings. Others arrived to carry out divine judgment, engage in conflicts in the invisible world, or mentor selected servants in important choices. Any one of these goals, or a mix of them, may be part of your mission. You won't know the precise purpose for your meeting until it's time. The design includes it. Since learning to walk by faith rather than sight is part of the preparation, heaven rarely gives away every detail beforehand. There is no doubt, nevertheless, that the angel's word will be closely related to your next calling step. When you need it, it will be just what you need. Now realize this. There are frequently indications that such an encounter is imminent before it occurs. Not all of the signage are ostentatious or theatrical. Sometimes they are subtle, like recurring numbers, heavenly synchronicity, strange dreams, increased spiritual awareness, or an inexplicable deep stirring in your soul. You might notice changes in the atmosphere, increase your awareness of spiritual things, or have intense yet reassuring moments of feeling watched over. These aren't random occurrences. They are the silent cues that heaven is guiding you into your proper place. However, there is a chance of fake distractions when a real mission approaches. The enemy is aware that something is en route to you and will attempt to divert your attention or stop it before it reaches you. He might pick up on individuals, events, or even phony spiritual experiences that are meant to divert your attention. For this reason, discernment is crucial. It's not always gold that glitters. Furthermore, Not all instances of the supernatural are divine. Everything must be evaluated in light of the unwavering standard of the Creator's Word and the truth that already exists in your soul. The nature of God will never be in conflict with a genuine angelic contact. It won't boost your self-esteem, cause you to become confused, or divert you from your task. Clarity, correction, and confirmation will result from it. It is not from the person who sent your mission if an experience pushes you in the direction of arrogance, self-centeredness, or compromise. The holiness and authority of a genuine messenger from heaven cannot be replicated by the enemy, although he can mimic light. I have to get you ready for this reality now. You will probably have to make a choice for your assignment. You can be given a message that calls for you to take immediate action, make a change in your life, or take on a role you have been avoiding. It might even necessitate giving up something, sacrificing something cozy in favor of something bigger but more difficult. This is the reason preparedness is so important. An unprepared chosen one can pause or even fail to notice the moment. However, even when the instruction challenges their faith, a prepared chosen one obeys. Think about this. There are opportunities and challenges associated with any assignment from heaven. The spiritual world will change around you as soon as you hear the angel's message. When the forces obstructing your progress realize you are going to make progress, they will mobilize to oppose you more forcefully. However, you will also experience a surge of divine assistance, newfound clarity, and the certainty that you are on the right road. The secret is to remain rooted in what you have been given and not allow doubt or fear to pull you away. You won't be meeting an angel for chit-chat. They'll be working on a project. They will communicate with you in a straightforward, goal-oriented manner. It can provide answers to issues you've had for years, or it might suggest an entirely different course you never thought to take. In either scenario, it will be crucial to pay close attention, take in the information completely, and protect it after it has been delivered. Not all information should be made public. Until the time comes to release them, some instructions are only for your spirit. This mission marks a sea change. You cannot return to your previous self once it has occurred. The way you pray, how you see the world, and how you conduct yourself will all change. You will have a deeper feeling of purpose and a keener awareness of the spiritual world. Like a seed sown deep within your soul, the message will weigh heavily on you. And that seed will develop into something that benefits others in ways you could never fully perceive as you walk in obedience. I need you to realize how serious what lies ahead is, chosen one. This isn't someday or maybe. The timing is already in place for this next phase of your divine calling. It is your responsibility to be prepared to be vigilant and to live in a manner that maintains your soul in harmony with the will of heaven. In the upcoming chapters, I will walk you through the precise steps you need to do in order to be ready to recognize the angel and be able to immediately hear and act upon their message when the time comes. Let this reality sink in for the time being. Nevertheless, the mission is genuine. The appointment is already scheduled, and the messenger is authentic. You just need to put yourself into it. What and who are the really selected angels? First, you have to dispel the diluted, half-true, ornamental notions of angels that the world has instilled in you before you can fully appreciate the gravity of your task. You won't be prepared when the reality of their presence confronts you if your understanding is solely influenced by paintings, holiday cards, or gentle tales meant to reassure kids. Let me be straightforward. Angels are not delicate, porcelain-skinned, floating beings with soft smiles. They are neither far-off supporting characters in the creation myth nor ornaments for the imagination. Angels are divinely inspired living flames. They are executives of the Almighty's will, messengers, fighters, and guardians. They function in areas that are inaccessible to the human senses. They also carry the complete authority of the person who sent them with them when they enter your consciousness. Each angel comes from a place other than Earth. They are created beings that the Creator created before the planet was even founded. Their primary loyalty is to God's throne, and they live their lives doing what He commands. They don't roam around choosing their own tasks like free agents do. With orders that are precise in their timing and intent, they are shipped out with accuracy. An angel is sent when a certain mission needs to be accomplished and the person receiving them has been identified as a crucial component of that endeavor. Knowing that angels have various ranks and duties will assist you identify the type of person that approaches you. Some are messengers, such as Gabriel, who makes crucial announcements that change the path of history in the Bible. Some are soldiers like Michael, who fights in the invisible world to keep evil forces from interfering with God's objectives. There are cherubim who protect holy places and bear God's glory, and seraphim who live in God's close presence and never stop yelling, "Hallow, holy, holy." However, rank should not be confused with limitation. If instructed, even the quietest messenger has the power to sway entire nations. And even the seemingly tough warrior follows orders precisely, never deviating from their master's wishes. Angels are as varied in their roles as they are united in their loyalty. And they are so powerful because of that loyalty. You will never have an experience like a genuine angelic meeting. Something in you will be stirred by their presence that words cannot adequately express. There are moments when it feels like electricity in the air, and other times when it feels like a profound, all-encompassing calm that puts an end to all fears. Before your mind can identify them, your spirit will. The resonance of their character, their holiness, their authority, and their undeniable alignment with the Creator are what lead to this recognition rather than being familiar with their face. It is important to realize that angels do not show up to amuse people or to pique their curiosity. Their presence in your life signifies that you are a part of a mission that has significance in both the visible and invisible worlds. They are sent with tasks. For this reason, you should approach such a meeting with humility, respect, and an openness to following instructions. Nevertheless, you also need to understand the reality of counterfeit goods. Imitation has always been a strength of the enemy. According to Scripture, Satan himself can pose as an angel of light, not because he actually carries light, but rather because he imitates it in order to trick people. This implies that not all luminous presences and supernatural experiences originate from God's throne. Every spirit must be put to the test, every word must be weighed, and every message must be measured against the truth that you already know from God's Word and your own spirit. Divine truth is always in line with a true angel. They won't go against the Creator's character or nature. They won't cause you to become confused, arrogant, or conceited. They won't support compromise or disobedience. The ring of truth will be carried by their message. Additionally, it will pull you closer to God's will even if it presents difficulties. Instead of pointing at themselves, they will point you skyward. Angels can occur in a wide variety of shapes. Some interactions are so delicate that you might not even be aware of what transpired until later. Sometimes a stranger may say something so personal and accurate that you know they could only have known it through divine revelation, and then they will abruptly leave your life. In some encounters, the presence is more obvious and undeniable, bringing with it an authority or otherworldly glow that no human can match. And occasionally, the entire meeting occurs in a dream or vision that seems more real than reality, and you wake up feeling that you have just been spoken to. The effect is the same regardless of form. You've been marked. You can't get rid of the weight of meaning that the meeting leaves on your soul. You can find yourself reliving the incident repeatedly, uncovering new meanings in the words or even the silence. Your viewpoint, your priorities, and your comprehension of your place in God's greater plan will probably all change as a result. You also need to realize that angels are not to be worshipped. They don't want the honor that is reserved for God, and they aren't God. All true angels will redirect worship back to the throne and away from themselves. Serving God's will and assisting God's people in carrying out their mandates are their goals. It is a misinterpretation of their nature and a misalignment of your own energy to treat them as divine. Humility will serve as your compass when you encounter an angel. Don't ask for more explanations than are provided. Don't insist on evidence of their legitimacy. Their words, their presence, and the results of their message will all demonstrate their genuineness if they are sent by God. The best course of action is to listen with respect, obey, and guard the message until its goal is achieved. Chosen one, I tell you this because you can overlook the significance of your experience or fall into the traps of deceit and doubt if you don't have a clear grasp of what angels really are. You cannot permit either because your purpose is too crucial. I want you to stand when the message arrives with the serene conviction of someone who knows they have been selected for this time, not with conceit. The truth is now known to you. Angels are not ornamental, passive creatures. They are powerful beyond human strength, active representatives of divine will, and they move precisely through the worlds of matter and spirit. And when one approaches you, it's because heaven itself has determined that you need direct empowerment, direct guidance, and direct interaction in order to fulfill your part in the plan that is being revealed. The next step after realizing who and what angels are is to learn how to get ready so that you are physically, mentally, and spiritually prepared to accept what they have been sent to give you when the time comes. This is a mandatory preparation. It is crucial, and it starts right now. Spiritually getting ready to encounter an angel. Selected 1. This task is not something you can take lightly. It's not the same as meeting someone else to meet an angel. It is entering a place where heaven and earth meet, where divine will have an impact on your life that will change you forever. And you need to prepare yourself on the inside as much as the outside if you want to be trusted with such a meeting. First and foremost, you need to realize that preparation is purifying. The weight of a divine word cannot be carried by an unprepared vessel without spilling or distorting it. For this reason, the Creator frequently leads the chosen ones through seasons of purification, eliminating harmful influences, muting superfluous noise, and purging the heart of fear, pride, and resentment. Do not confuse this feeling with loss if you have observed that your life has been seeming empty lately. In order to fill you, you are being cleansed. Your lifeline during this preparation will be prayer. And I don't mean hurried, preoccupied, habitually said phrases. I mean intentional, concentrated communication with the messenger's sender. You need to start praying for readiness instead of blessings. To connect yourself with heaven's agenda instead of your own, say a prayer like this: "Prepare me for what I am about to receive. Remove in me what cannot stand in your presence. Strengthen what you wish to use." Another important factor is fasting. This goes beyond simply avoiding meals. In order for the voice of the Spirit to be clearly heard, the voice of the flesh must be silenced. The body makes a lot of noise. It needs pleasure, comfort, and diversion. Your body is reminded that it is not in charge while you fast. Your sensitivity to the spiritual world increases, and you become more aware of heavenly activity when your spirit is told, "You lead now." Protect your atmosphere. What you let into your environment in the days before such a meeting is more important than you may think. Your spiritual clarity can be enhanced or diminished by words, music, discussions, and even the attitudes of those around you. Be in the company of things that inspire, cleanse, and bring you nearer to the truth of God. If it means avoiding certain people for a while, then so be it. You cannot risk unsecured energy interfering with your purpose. You will be anchored if you meditate on sacred truths. The words that are consistent with your beliefs should be read, said, and repeated. Allow them to become deeply ingrained in your soul until they become truths you live by rather than merely words you read. When an angel appears, they frequently use language that relates to what you already know. You will be able to identify and understand the message without any confusion if your foundation is solid. You have to learn to be still as well. We live in a society that exalts continual movement, speech, and noise. However, a lot of angelic meetings take place at quiet times. The meeting will be able to take place if you can just be there and calm your thoughts. Set aside some time every day to sit quietly. Just you, your breath, and the knowledge of the divine presence. No music, no phone, no other distractions. Lastly, keep your faith strong. Doubt will try to infiltrate, suggesting that interactions such as these are no longer common and that perhaps this is all in your head. The purpose of that falsehood is to deprive you of your preparedness. Every day, remind yourself that I have been selected and am getting ready for what is rightfully mine. Talk about it till it gets ingrained in you. Selected 1. This is the reason you've been feeling a sense of urgency lately. Now is the time to get ready. No warning will be given to you before the time comes. You'll just find yourself in it one day. The atmosphere will change. You will know the messenger has arrived when your spirit acknowledges their presence. Every minute you invested in preparation will pay off when that occurs. Tell someone if you are still experiencing that sense of urgency. In the comments, type your number 77733996666 or 44 to indicate that you are prepared. This goes beyond a simple remark. It is a spiritual state of declaration. We need to talk about the encounter itself now that you know how to get ready. What will occur at that very moment, and how should you react? The point of contact. Selected 1. It won't feel like any other moment in your life when it finally comes. The air itself may appear to change, appearing both heavy and weightless. The presence will be acknowledged by your spirit before your mind does. It may occur while you are praying, while the night is quiet, or even while you are performing a routine chore, yet all will change in a second. Angelic presence frequently causes the human body to react before the conscious mind has a chance to process it. You might experience an intense calm that stops all thoughts, a rapid surge of warmth, or a tingling sensation across your skin. Some may experience heart palpitations. Others experience a deafening silence. It is a spiritual reverence that makes you acutely aware that you are standing in the presence of something sent from beyond the veil, not fear as the world understands it. Don't hurry. Don't attempt to manage it. Your amusement is not the purpose of angels. They have a mission here. If your spirit demands it, you can stand, sit, or even drop to your knees. But instead of responding, continue to concentrate on receiving. Every second of the messenger's time with you is purposeful and deliberate. Pay attention with more than just your ears when the angel talks. You may hear the words in your soul or perhaps through a powerful impression that makes you realize it is not your responsibility. Even if their message is succinct, it will have layers of meaning that become clearer as time goes on. Some selected individuals are given clear directives, assignments to finish, cautions to pay attention to, or facts to share. Others get consolation, assurance, or affirmation that they are headed in the right direction. Additionally, keep in mind that angels frequently talk in a manner that corresponds with the receiver's level of preparation. You will be able to comprehend what they are saying if your heart is ready. You won't question what you hear if you have a solid faith. But don't be scared to ask for clarification if something is unclear. Your earnest effort to comprehend won't anger an angel sent by the highest power. Even after they leave, you will still feel the weight of their presence. Physically, you could feel as if a weight has been removed. Or you might sense the weight of the task you were just assigned bearing down on your soul. In any case, you will know something for sure. The encounter has left its impact on you. They may depart abruptly or gradually. Their departure can occasionally be compared to a light going out. Sometimes their comments reverberate in your spirit even when it seems like they were never physically present. Either way, don't tell everyone right away. Using what you have been given, sit down. Put it in writing right away. Everything you can remember. The environment, the words, the timing, and the sensations. Later on, even the slightest facts may become important. Recognize that having an angel in your life does not change you. You are responsible for what you have gotten from that point on. Assignments are not wasted in heaven. Furthermore, you are not the only recipient of the message. It has connections to people, things, and results you might not even be aware of yet. Hold it in a respectful manner. This is the time, chosen one, that all of your journey has been leading up to. This is where all of the planning, all of the difficulties, and all of the quiet seasons lead. You can't return to your previous self once you've crossed this threshold. The experience will mold, polish, and elevate you beyond your previous level. We shall then talk about what follows. Because the quest doesn't finish when you meet an angel. It's the start of something fresh. Life after encountering an angel. Choose one, realize this. Your trip doesn't end when you meet an angel. A fresh chapter is being sparked. Even though it is a profound and sacred moment, it is simply the beginning. You enter a world of increased accountability, heightened discernment, and more profound obedience as you pass through it. You can't wear the encounter as a medal. It's a burden to bear. Your spiritual sensibilities will be sharpened after such a meeting. You'll see things you didn't notice before. There will be hidden meanings in conversations. Everyday occurrences will seem to have divine meaning. You are not imagining this. The reason for this is that your spirit is tuned to a higher frequency. Heaven has left its mark on you. And that mark attracts spiritual resistance as well as divine help. You have to move more mindfully than before. In addition to remaining in your spirit and thoughts, the angel's message will start to manifest itself in your day-to-day activities. Take immediate action if you were given instructions. Just as important as the actual obedience is the timing of it. Even if you are still unable to understand the reason behind the warning, heed it carefully. If you received encouragement, keep it close at hand since difficulties will always arise. You can observe that you get distinct reactions from those around you. Others may feel uneasy for no apparent reason, while others will be lured to the light they perceive in you. If you feel compelled to leave particular situations or relationships, don't be shocked if they end. This isn't a rejection. Redirecting is what it is. A smaller group or isolation may be necessary for the task at hand in order to maintain your complete attention. A heavier burden of accountability goes along with this increased level of calling. Such encounters are not given lightly by the divine. You must act honorably as a steward of what you have been given. This entails keeping it out of the wrong hands and avoiding the temptation to misrepresent or take advantage of it. You may be carrying a message for a certain person, time, or circumstance, and it must stay in the custody of your soul till that moment. It's also possible that your battles will get more intense. You have been raised, yet the forces that previously opposed you won't just go away. Actually, they might work harder to divert or demoralize you. Here's your guarantee, though. Protection will come from the same heaven that sent the messenger. The guidance you have been given will also prepare you to face the challenges that lie ahead. Because you are unique, life will feel different after meeting an angel. Your perspective on the world will change. Your days will be measured differently, according to alignment with your calling rather than comfort or convenience. Your prayers will become more intense. The weight of your worship will increase. Because you have witnessed firsthand that you are not going alone, your faith will move with a new bravery. Selected 1. This is why preparedness was so important. This explains why the occasion was so special and why you can't go to your previous lifestyle. You are now in a position of greater spiritual authority and accountability. Step into it with confidence and humility. I will now seal the truth you have heard, speak a blessing over you, and remind you that what lies ahead has already been predetermined for you as we conclude this communication. Last summons to action and prophetic benediction. Selected 1. You've heard. You have accompanied me on my journey to comprehend who you are, the purpose of your mission, the reality of angels, the holy preparation, the encounter, and the life that follows. It is no accident that you have found this message. This won't be your day's background noise. You are here because the highest has predetermined the moment for this heavenly appointment. Please listen to me clearly. The words you just heard are not a list of concepts. They are more than just facts to satisfy your interest. They are a summons, a call, and a distinct trumpet sound in the spirit that signals the beginning of a moment of destiny. Every obstacle, triumph, and detour you have taken in life has led you to this place. From here, you venture into the unknown with the assurance that the person guiding you already knows what it is. Can I really do this? Is a question that may be on your mind. Am I truly prepared? However, being emotionally prepared is not the same as being ready. It's about deciding to obey when the time comes. In actuality, nobody feels fully prepared for a spiritual encounter. Not even the prophets did. Neither did the apostles. When the voice from heaven spoke, even the most resolute religious fighters shuddered. However, trembling does not imply ineptitude. It indicates that you are aware of the gravity of the task you have been given. You are ready to embark on a very important assignment. It's not just about you when you meet an angel. It's about the consequences of your compliance. Someone else's life could be changed by a single instruction you follow. A single truth you share has the power to change a family's, city's, or even a country's course. You are not being brought into this for amusement or spectacle, and the designer does not squander communications. They're setting you up for success. Now I'm speaking over you. You're prepared. You don't realize how long you've been ready. Heaven has observed you during the silent times and during the conflicts that no one else witnessed. On the evenings when you stood by yourself and didn't give up. Over the small, you have shown faithfulness. And more is being handed to you today. Nothing in the visible or invisible worlds can take away what heaven has put on you. You have the seal of the Almighty. You will know who they are when the angel arrives. You will know whether they come to you in a dream, a vision, through a stranger, or in a way that words cannot describe. Your soul will soar. Your thoughts will calm down. Even before the words are said, you will sense the truth. It will be like a key turning in a lock you were unaware existed when the message is delivered. Opportunities will present themselves in your comprehension, assignments, and future. I provide you the ability to hear without distortion. I grant you the ability to see beyond the obvious and to discern the signals and affirmations that are spoken to you. I grant you the ability to maintain your humility and guard against arrogance so that the burden of this task will not break you but rather fortify you. I grant you the ability to move steadily, in divine time, without hurrying or falling behind. You are entering a new alignment from this point forward. Your spirit will change, and you'll notice it. You will no longer be distracted by some things. Some habits will no longer be appropriate for the person you are evolving into. Your tolerance for misleading information will disappear, and your hunger for the truth will increase. You'll be able to tell when something is off, and you'll have the guts to fix it, even if it means losing comfort or acceptance. I implore you to protect this word's seed. Don't allow doubt to take it away from you. Don't let the bustle of everyday life to obscure it. You must maintain this truth in your spirit throughout the upcoming mission by feeding it with the Word, bathing it with prayer, and shielding it from anything that could smother it. You might miss the exact moment you've been waiting for if you allow this message to drift into the background. This is also your chance to express agreement. I want you to leave a remark if you feel the pull of destiny in your chest and know deep down that this word is yours. 999, 666, 444, 777, or 333 as a symbol of readiness and acknowledgement. There's more to this than just typing numbers. In the spiritual world, publicly aligning oneself with heaven's timeline is a symbolic act. And I'm urging you to do more than just yourself. Other selected ones, are on the brink of their own missions, but they do not yet possess the clarity that you have now. Tell them about this. Give it to those you know are looking for it. Those who have been struggling in the dark, those who sense the change but are unable to articulate it. Even now, you can never tell whose preparations are finished and who is waiting for the word you carry to lead them to the next phase. Tap the bell button to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. The flow of heavenly messages is a continuous process, not for my benefit. Heaven is giving you direction for every step of your trip. I don't want you to walk unprepared, since one word could mean you miss an important instruction. I'll leave you with this prophetic charge, chosen one. Move forth fearlessly. The way forward is already illuminated. The angel is already on their way, even if you can't see the light yet. We're already counting how well you prepared. And you won't doubt its authenticity when the time comes. You'll know deep down that it's what you were meant to do. No weapon created against you will succeed, I command you. There will be silence from every tongue that rises in condemnation of you. Every force attempting to impede or sabotage your objective will be revealed and eliminated. You will walk with obedience, strength, and clarity. Additionally, the message you get will produce results that will last beyond your lifetime. Now proceed with a positive attitude and a raised head. You have been called to heaven. The goal is obvious. The messenger will arrive soon. And the one you choose is. Beloved soul, if this message has spoken to your heart, don't let it end here. Click that like button so the light can spread to more people who need hope. Subscribe to Holy Voices so you never miss the next word heaven has for you. And leave a comment below. I read every one, and I pray over them. Remember, faith grows when we share it, so share this message with someone who needs to hear it today. Until we meet again, may God's peace cover you and His voice guide your every step.